Hello and welcome back once again. It's Abdul Rahman here, and today we will look at how we can scrape leads from Google Maps using Google Colab. So, the way this works is Google Colab is a platform where you can run scripts and do some programming work related to Python. So, what I have done is created a script in Python, and here is a code for that, but this will be a little bit too much technical for you. So we will not uh, go into the explanation of what every single line means, and just give focus on the results this will generate. So how this works is you have to first of all come to this link. I will share the link for this notebook in the YouTube description. And then from there, what you have to do is you have to open this link in your Google profile. And once the link is opened, you have to click on File, and then you have to click on Save as a copy in Drive. It it will start creating the copy, and once it's opened, then you have to click on Connect. So I will not use this Google account because it's banned due to some of scraping activities I was doing earlier. So make sure that if you are doing it, you are using a Google account that you can afford to burn. Use a burner Google account. Okay. And if your account gets suspended or blocked, then it's not my fault. I already warned you. Okay. So now what uh, this first block is doing, we if you run it, uh, this is the script which is telling the Google Colab platform to install the Chromium browser. So Google Colab, what's Google Colab? So Google Colab is a Google Colab allows you to like execute code on Google servers. So Google's machine is doing all the work, and it's not actually happening on your own device or laptop. And that way it's much faster, and we are using Google's internet connection. They have much faster speed, and you are using their resources. So it's not possible for every single person to uh, do it on their own machine. Maybe they have a very low performance machine with 2 gigabytes, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and they don't want to install Python on their system. But if you are a little bit technical, you can even do it on your laptop if you are a programmer or a coder. Okay. So now we are back on this step. So you can see it has executed this block of code. We will close this. We will clear this screen. I don't want to make it look messy for you guys. So now the next block here is where the real operation starts. So you have to enter the name of state you are going to target. For example, let's say we are going to target Florida. Okay. And the short name for the state is FL. And you have to type the name of the country that you are going to target and the search term, which is remodeling. So if you try to do it manually in Google Maps, first of all, we have to go to Florida, USA, and then we have to go to a particular state, for example, Jacksonville. And then once we have entered all of these keywords, we started from Florida, USA, and then Jacksonville. Then we will type our keyword, which is remodeler. Like if we are targeting remodeling companies, we can either type remodeling or remodeler. You can type whatever you want in the search term field. Okay. And now if you now how to when it comes to specifying the areas of the cities you are going to target, uh, you have to create a new file. So you have to click on this file icon. Then you have to right click on this empty space, click on new file, and you have to name this locations.txt. Now be very careful when naming this file. If you name this wrong, then it won't run. Okay. So you have to name this locations locations.txt. Now we are going to open this file and we are going to let's close this. We are going to paste the cities in this file which we are going to target. So let's say Florida. We are going to target all the cities in Florida. Okay. And you can search it on Google and come to this website, Florida demographics. And you can select whichever city you want for your area you're targeting. Let's say I only want to target, for the purpose of this tutorial, um these two these two cities. Okay. So I just have to type the name of the cities and erase everything else, or else it won't work as expected. Okay. So you can see there is no spacing before and after the city name, and I have removed all of the other numbers and words that there were when I copied it. Okay. So you can add as many cities as you want, but I would suggest you to limit it to 10 to 15 cities at a time, because the more cities there are, the longer it will take to run. And if this notebook is running continuously for more than 20 or 30 minutes, uh, Google Colab just might see that you are inactive and not doing any activity, and it'll shut it down and erase the data. So all of your time which you spent on letting this execution run, which we are gonna do now, will go to waste. So make sure you have an estimate of how much time it will take to scrape uh, scrape the cities you want. So if I enter like 10 cities here, it will take 20 to 30 minutes, and uh, it can run for that longer. And anything longer than 30 minutes is a gray area, and you should avoid that. Okay. So now I have to make sure that uh, I have saved this file. So in order to save this file, you can click on Control S and close it. Okay. And now I'm gonna click on this play button to start the operation. This is doing its activities on the Google's servers, and basically you are not gonna see what happens on the back end, because it's happening on literally someone else's machine. There you are using their compute power. So it has opened Google Maps, and it's entering these keywords. Okay. And after entering these keywords in Google Maps, what this script does is, like, then it enters the keyword remodeler, and after typing the keyword remodeler, it just keeps scrolling down until it has reached the end of the list for the available businesses in Google Maps for a particular niche in that particular area. Hmm. So let's wait for it. Okay, so it has scraped businesses from one location. It has scraped business from the first city. Now it's going to the next city, which is Deerfield. And as you can see, I have opened this file menu, and you can see some extra files here besides our initial locations.txt file. So there is this screen.png. It shows you what is happening. So we can see it's scrolling the Google Maps. So that way we can know what it's doing, and it's the scraped page. And then there is this file which is of importance to us. Okay. If we click on this file, we can see it says 120 entries, and I think it has scraped. Now it's still in the process of scraping the data. Okay. Now it says it has scraped businesses from the given location, which is the second city. Now, if we refresh it and we click on it again, okay, now there are 240 entries. Okay. So now you can see there are all these businesses that it scraped and their phone numbers. Let's try to find this business in our Google Maps tab, which we have opened. So it's Orlando and Space Coast. Okay. So let's see where we can find that. Okay, there is this one. So you can see it's exactly giving you these businesses which are mentioned in this given area which we opened in the Google Map uh, in our tab in our local browser. And the extra information, it also gives you uh, the link, the Google Maps link for their business, their rating, their review count, and their website. So these are the things you will be able to extract using this script, and the way I told you uh, how to operate this. And the last thing, this is an extra feature which I added, is if you have any businesses that are repeating in the mydata.csv file, what you can do is you can just type out uh, the name of those businesses which you want to remove from this file, this CSV file. For example, if a name is repeating too many times, for example, McDonald's, so there are too many, there might be too many branches for the similar business, and there's a corporate branch, and you don't wanna have that much repeated business name in your generated CSV file. Then you can just click on. You can type it here. You can type multiple business names separated by a comma, uh, and then you can click this play button and it'll remove it. So for the sake of this tutorial, I have no need for that. And if you want to try it out on your own, then you can do it. And now I can just download this mydata.csv file, and it'll ask me where I want to save it, and you will have your data, and then you can do whatever you want for it. And yeah, you have not to pay anyone for this. You can be as much specific in your locality as much you want, but keep one thing in mind: if you are targeting the same state, and you give it the cities from the same state, you will have too much repeated uh, business names. So you have to then uh, remove the duplicated businesses using Google Sheets or Excel. You can use their remove duplicate feature in order to remove the the businesses that are repeated too many times because you were targeting the same state, and uh, even if you change the city, that business might appear in the other city it's because it's not because even if you uh, change the city which is nearby the city, it might show the business in the list which is not from that city. So you have to be aware of that and make sure that you don't forget that there will be too much repetition of businesses. Okay, so that's all for this tutorial, and if you have any questions you can just ask me in the YouTube comments and I will do my best to answer them all. Have a good day, take care.